Good morning. Got a couple hours of sleep last night, I think, fighting with video uploads. If you're not getting kicked off the Wi-Fi here, the Wi-Fi is not too bad, but for some reason it keeps bumping me off, so I would get a video partially uploaded and then it would just dump the whole thing. So after a while I just switched over to normal Verizon service, but those take like 5 or 6 hours, so just getting videos going is a full-time job out here. Anyway, it's breakfast time. It's a little past 6. I'm up and ready to rock. I think I'm just gonna head down half a mile down the street to the Beeline Cafe like I hit yesterday morning. That place is pretty good, and we'll start off with a good breakfast. So we'll see you down there.
That's the business. One guy wanted...
Back from great breakfast. Now it's just time to chill. I only gotta do the resupply run next. I know exactly what I need. 4 days to Pine. And we'll just go out in a couple of hours probably after a little bit of relaxing here. And a little bit more video editing work to work on. And then I think we're all done. So I'll check back later. Alright, enough sitting around. I think it's time to knock out the resupply run. So let's go hit up the Walmart. Back from the resupply run, I got breakfasts, snacks throughout the day, usual stuff there. Found some Mountain House meals in the Walmart, and refreshing up on my baggies. Got some more sunscreen, yep, I've been using it, and Q-tips, and a new handkerchief, because my old one is getting all ratty and totally shredded. So I think this will be good to go. It'll get me up to the next stop of Pine. Well, now I'll just be reorganizing all my stuff, and chilling for the next hour or so. We'll go find lunch, will be the next mission. Hey, it's lunchtime. We'll hit up the Buffalo Bar and Grill. This is just right across the street from a motel I'm at.
Tells you though?
Now, we got Alaskan Amber on draft here. Payson Burger and Alaskan Amber.
Well, that was great. Really good food, and surprising to see Alaskan Amber on draft. Usually you don't see that too far away from the state itself. But now we're just back to chilling. I'm feeling great. The body's doing good. Got no aches or pains, no blisters. Feel like I'm at that point where I'm definitely in the groove of got the trail legs and everything else. But we're almost 400 miles into the trail, almost halfway point for the trail. I think the total distance is like 800 and something miles, 814, something like that. We're doing awesome. I feel like a trail less than 500 miles now is too short. You gotta have at least 500 miles to get in the swing of things on a long trail. But trying to coordinate a ride for getting back down the trail. I think hitching down that way is gonna be a little bit harder to getting out of town. There's a couple of shuttle services and things. There's one local Uber driver. So far I'm striking out as far as reaching out to people. They're either unavailable or that kind of thing. So that's the next task I'm working on, is figuring out the ride back to trail. I'd like to get out there kind of on the early side, a little bit after breakfast, but figure something out. Anyway, I'll check back later and update you guys on what I can get locked in for a ride, and maybe just when we're going back out and finding something for dinner. But otherwise, I think I got all my other chores and tasks and things done, so we're good to go. Just enjoying the rest of this 0 day, and then back at it and back on trail. Well, it's now 5:30. Should be figuring out some dinner options. I'm still mostly full from lunch. What's funny is I'll probably just end up going back out to the Dairy Queen and getting a Blizzard and bringing it back here and calling that good. But I did get the ride coordinated, figured out for heading out of here. Got that scheduled for 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, so we'll go back out and get one more good breakfast. I'll pack up my stuff and ready to rock, so we're good there. I was also looking at the weather forecast. The next 10-day forecast, at least for the town of Payson here, is like sunny and beautiful, perfect weather conditions, a high of 75 every single day, a low of 45. Might be a little bit different here and there as we get back on trail and up and into some mountains and things, but that sounds like awesome weather conditions. No storms in the forecast, at least. I guess let's go wander out back to the Dairy Queen and go get some dessert. Got my dinner, and I think we're done. with the town of Payson. Got everything coordinated, got everything done we needed to do. We're getting back on trail tomorrow morning after breakfast, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this town and all the little trail towns out here. Arizona Trail's been awesome. Really good trail angel support. The town stops are perfect for everything a hiker would need. Small, but you got all your needs taken care of, and we're all set. So I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Had a great stay in Payson. It's time to get a good breakfast, and then we'll be getting our ride back down to the trail. It's about 30 miles down there, I think, so that'll take a little bit, but right after 6 o'clock, we'll go back to the beeline, we'll get a real good breakfast, and then back here we'll have plenty of time to pack up. Ride's at 8, so we'll see you down at breakfast. Oh, back in the room, just getting finished and packing up. We still got like 45 minutes or so till the ride gets here, so plenty of time still. Oh, definitely feel antsy to get back in the woods after 00 into town, but town stops are always nice. Get a lot of chores done, get videos uploaded, but definitely ready to get back in the woods. So I'll just check back in once we're back towards the trailheads where the trail crosses Highway 87, and back in the woods here in a little bit. So we'll see you when we get there. And we're back on trail. There's the underpass going underneath the Highway 87, and getting back in the woods. So this stretch I'm looking to do about 20 miles a day or so. A little bit less today probably, just with getting a later start. Got on trail around 8:30, 8:40, something like that. Fire damage right in here looks a little more fresh. A little more scarring. I think it's all the same stuff from like 2020. Most of it's growing back pretty well, that you can tell, but made it to the first water source of the day. Just taking an initial glance at water coming up, I think it's going to be not an issue. Every 3 to 5 miles we should have an opportunity to fill up. Yeah, fire damage definitely seems a little more fresher in this area. But I was also just thinking about, since I took a 00, I don't know who's right around me hiker-wise. I only see like one hiker a day on average anyway. I don't know where anybody else is at that I've been around. Some of the guys have already gotten off trail. Some were behind me a day or two, and they're probably ahead of me by a day or two, so we'll just see who we meet up with, I guess. Seems like this is about the 10th gate I've had to go through in the last 2 miles. They're usually a lot further spaced out than this. Muddy little cow pond. That is not my next water source. There's a wild horse in the middle of the trail. It's a pretty looking one too. First horse I've seen out here. Might have company with them, but I only see the one. Well, I can hear a second one. Yeah, there's the second one. That's a cool surprise. Obviously used to people. They're kind of blocking the path, but that's cool. Well, we made it around them safely enough. I guess they like sticking to the trail. Be cool to see some more horses out here. There they go. Alright. Yeah, there's a bunch more just up there. I think one of them definitely looks more like a donkey. Here's our next water source. Nice little stream. We'll take a break here and just load up on water. And then after a little rest, we'll push on about another hour or so and then look for a spot for lunch. Oh, we're all loaded up on water. We'll go for about an hour, stop for lunch. Next water source from here is about 7 miles up. And the next 4 miles is all going to be a little bit of a climb up into the hills, higher elevations for a bit. Little junction here, almost halfway done with the trail. Little Saddle Mountain Trail, I guess, going up this way. Still climbing up the steep valley. I'm at that point where you're fully loaded on food and water out of town. It's getting steep, long, grindy uphill. This is wearing me out. That's cool, we're into the Mazatzal Wilderness, the Tonto National Forest. Well, it's coming up on noon. I think it's time for a sit down. A little tired slugging up this uphill. We'll have our lunch and be back on trail in a bit. Back on trail after lunch. We got 2 more miles of steep, grindy uphill, and then it goes to rolling ups and downs. I'm seeing fresh elk tracks on trail. So now I'm definitely keeping my eyes out. See if I can spot one somewhere where there's a little bit of a view. Nothing yet though. Another junction. Looks like left here. I think we made it to the top of the climb. That was about 10 miles of uphill. 6 miles wasn't bad at all. Last 4 was fun and steep when you're fully loaded with a heavy backpack. So I'm a member of the Arizona Trail Thru Hikers Class of 24 Facebook group that I've just been keeping an eye on, where it seems like the bulk of the bubble's been, as they've been all moving north and posting about their locations and things. It seems like the bulk of the bubble's now north of the Grand Canyon, and everybody's finishing up in the next couple of days. A lot of people have been posting their pictures at the northern terminus. But I think everybody started way too early this year, unless you're specifically locked into a certain time schedule where you have to start in February or something. Everybody else has been dealing with low temperatures, high snow, lots of mud. The temperatures for me haven't been too bad. I think I started at a perfect time based on the high snow year weather conditions that we had. There was no reason to start any earlier. We made it down to the McFarland Canyon Trail junction. Lots of room for tents. This is a really cool little site. I'm not stopping here though. I definitely got to do at least 4 or 5 miles, I think. That's what I'm aiming for. But we'll rest here for a little bit. This should be my water source. I think I can hear some water flowing down here somewhere. Yeah, looks like a little stream. I'll sit in the shade. Nice little spot. Nice little stream. We're done with a nice little break. Gulped down a whole bunch of water, so I'm doing good. Looking ahead, I think about 4.5 miles from here is a junction. Should be able to find a tent site there. I think that'll make home for the night. Along the way, there's at least 2 more stream crossings. That's not too bad, but the last stream crossing that we hit for the day in about 3.5 miles might be the last one for like the next 15 miles maybe. Kind of looks like there might be a long water carry through the end of today and the whole first half of tomorrow. The trail's been doing some ups and downs. We're down to another low point with a nice little water source. Last water for the day is in 1.5 miles, so I'm going to load up there, all uphill, and camp is in 2.5 miles. We're pushing right along. There's the 400-mile mark. About halfway done with the trail, I think. Last water source for the day should be just a little bit further up ahead. There's the last water source for the next 15 miles, potentially. Unless there's some kind of unlisted small stream crossing or something coming up later. But gotta load up here. And we got 1 more mile to camp, I think. I'm all loaded up. Super heavy again. 1 mile to camp, all uphill. We'll see you there. And we made it. This is the spot I was aiming for. I think we did over 16 miles today, and we'll be looking to do 20s from here on out till we get up to the next town, which is Pine. And I'm already hiding in my tent because it's really buggy in this area. A lot of little flies and things flying around, so I'm all tucked in as well as I can. The sun is just now going behind the peak of the mountain, so it'll start cooling off here in a little bit. I'm going to cook up one of my mountain house dinners and get to video editing. So I think that's about it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.